So we take the bolt out of the hex. Well, we don't take it out, we just turn it because it's not, it's magnetic, so you need both hands. Having trouble getting it. Okay, there. So you just turn it. And that noise you heard is the crankshaft, I mean not the crankshaft, but the eccentric shaft moving. And then take it with our hands in, we can see it can only go one way. You can see it has a notch right there. Matches the sensor right there, this stop right there, and it can only go one way. So before we start with taking the bolts out, we take this stopper for the eccentric. It's just a stopper. When it's spring loaded, the eccentric shaft rests on that stopper. I think we can see it right there. Okay, so what we do is with a 27, we turn this guy toward us. Okay, we turn it until the stopper lifts, and then what we can try to do is we try to, when we turn it, we put our tool in place where it's gonna, when I turn it, it's gonna just lock in there, and so then the stopper, it's on the upper position here, and that gives us room to put our tool in there. It's a 10mm socket. Okay. Right, and we just turn it. And there you have it. This is how it looks. Okay, so first we start with number 1, which is right here, and then number 2, and then this is going to be number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with a 60, and with 50 we can go in starting in any corner, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna show you with a couple with the 60, number 1. We use a pry bar or a cheating bar, and we loose it a little bit, and then the next one, loose it a little bit, and we go 2 and 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then with a magnet, you start striking the bolts. If a bolt, like for example, like this one, the first one, if it doesn't want to come out, with the wrench, just turn the crankshaft, and the front of the camshaft has a notch also where it will let us extract the bolt. There's the notch for the bolt. So you strike all the bolts with a magnet. And so all of them are the big ones. Okay. Okay, and then this is the short ones. So that's the first difference between a short one. It's a short one. Well, not short, but well, it is short, but it's thinner. So the four corners are thinner bolts and short. And they're the same length. They're the same length, except one, which I'll show you in a second. So here's the four bolts. So here's the four bolts, and you can see the short one. The short one goes on the side of the camshaft on the corner. Okay, it goes right here. We strike one by one the washer. Okay, one by one to make sure you're not gonna lose it. And I just want to show you really quick. That's the washer. Okay, that's where the washers go, and this is how it looks when no washer. The 12, you take the aluminum bolts. So there's a short one, and then three long ones. And this is the ubication of the hole for the short bolt aluminum. And then from here, it's ready to go. It's gonna be a little stuck, but we just pried it. It's just a little stuck. It's going to be a little stuck. We just push. And then, there you go. And then from here, I usually just want to put it face down to make sure I'm not gonna bend any bulbs. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. This is how it looks on the only two bulbs upwards is the exhaust, because the intake valves are closed because we've been moving the eccentric. So this is the closed position when the eccentric shaft is all the way around, all the way turned. into the point where we can take the bolts for the head out. And yeah, so we're gonna put it, making sure we don't bend these two. Set it in place. I lift the head upside down so that it doesn't get bad. From here, we're gonna proceed, and I'm gonna show you. We take this nice head gasket, and so from here we're gonna proceed in taking the rest of the engine apart. So we're gonna start with taking tins for the oil diffuser. Take all these bolts and take this also longer bolts for the plastic pickup and pull it out of the oil pump. It's a 10 socket for the oil diffuser bolts, and I just loosen them all in one row, one set. And they're the longer bolts. They're the same size but longer for the plastic pickup. So see there. This is for the plastic pickup and this is for the oil diffuser. Where the 3 holes are for the longer bolts for the pickup. This is how it looks, and it's held in there with a gasket. And that's how it looks. Then the diffuser just slips up, and this is how it looks. Okay, and it goes with this cutoff towards the oil pump, and that's the other end that goes to the transmission or the side of the transmission. So it goes like that. We take the oil pump with a 12. And again, I just loosen, and it has 2 bolts the same size and a longer size. So that's a short. And this is the long one. And the one on the back is short. Two short ones and a long one. And the long one goes on this corner right here. So if we look at the pump here, this is a short bolt here, and the long one goes on this side of the pump. The pump bracket is taller there, and it's obvious that it goes there. Cool. And there you go. Here we're gonna start taking the bed plate. We start with a perimeter bolts, and we just go all the way around, starting on the back. And we start loosening them one by one. This is from the inside of the bed plate. Make a note, these two bolts are longer. Just save them. Put them all together. You're gonna get new bolts anyway, but so that you know how they go. So you take all these bolts, and then you take these bolts with a 12. So don't be afraid of using power tool tape after loosening them. This is from the inside of the bed plate. Make a note, these two bolts are longer. Just save them. Put them all together. You're gonna get new bolts anyway, but so that you know how they go. So you take all these bolts, and then you take these bolts with a 12 right here, and then this one on the other side. You have another one, so we take those two. So these ones are tricky because they're in between the bed plate and the flywheel. So I push the edge of the bolt just like that so that I don't lose it. And the ones in the front. So now the bolts inside the plate, I just leave them there because it's a pain to take them out with 2 fingers, so I just leave them there. So now we take the 17s and we start on the center. And we do a circular rotation just like in the head. Okay, and this is how the steel bolts look for the N52. They're 6-point, and you take them out with a 17, just regular socket. Okay, same thing with the plate. It's going to be a little stuck, but don't use a pry bar or anything. Just keep pushing until it gives up. And we want to unlock our engine, and then you just rotate the engine where the last balance element is flat, parallel to the deck, so that when we take our bed plate, we can take it out. And it's actually better if that element is pointing that way. So just turn it with this, right? And we leave it right there. So and that's how it comes out. And so the bolts are there, inside here, and I'm gonna drop this on the floor so I can show you how it looks. Okay, we're gonna put this aside. I just want to show you how this looks from the inside. The bolts are short for the bed plate. This is the regular size all around, and this is the two long ones that go on that corner by the flywheel. Okay, now from here we can start taking our bolts for the corner rods. And here you can start one, you can start in the middle, you can start anywhere. We're just gonna start in order so that we have everything in order. And I just put it in a position where I don't have to rotate anymore. And there goes our seal. That's the seal. Okay, so this is the seal. It goes right there. It just comes out. This is how it looks.